Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys my top 10 favorite movies of the entire world. And I'm so excited to make this video because I don't know if you guys knew, but I am such a huge movie lover. I love cinema, I love the movie industry, and I've been always in love with movies ever since I was a little girl, and I've watched a ton of movies, and I know which ones are good and which ones are bad. So in this video I'm going to be mentioning my top like 10 favorites, and don't think that these are the only movies that I like, because I have hundreds of more movies that I absolutely love. So these are just some of them, and it was so hard to make this list because, like I said, I love so many different movies, so it was so hard to put this list together. But I'm still super excited to share with you what movies I really enjoy and which movies I think you will enjoy as well. I also made sure to include a bunch of different movies from different genres, so there's something for everybody. So there's a lot of romantic movies, some comedies, some true stories, some really messed up movies and things like that, so that each and every one of you can have a suggestion from me for all of my different movie lovers. So I'm very excited to show you guys what movies I really enjoyed. And yeah, so without any further ado, make sure you guys have subscribed and click that bell that we're always notified and updated whenever I make new cool fun videos like this. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get straight on to this list. Also, you'll probably notice that in a lot of these movies I mention the same actors because I have like that group of my favorite actors and I just like love their movies, so I just use them. So you'll probably see that I mention a lot of the similar names, but that is okay. Oh, and one last thing, I will leave all trailers for each 10 of these movies down below, so if you feel like you might be interested into one of these movies that I mentioned and you would like a better like preview of what you're getting yourself into, because I will probably be speaking gibberish, you can go click on one of the links down below to take you to a official trailer of the movie. So I will leave all 10 trailers for all these different 10 movies down below if you would like to go check them out and see what you're getting yourself into. So number 10 is actually a movie saga or series, so it's actually a collection of 9 movies, but I am talking about Fast and Furious. So like I said, these are 9 movies in total actually, so I decided to put them all together in 10th place, but basically these movies are so good. So these movies I recommend for my action lovers, if you love things about cars, and if you love just comedy and a little bit of romance. There's some romances that I really like in these movies, but basically these movies are about a group of adult friends, and they all are basically thieves. I don't know really how to explain it, but the main character, Vin Diesel, which, hello, we love him, is a thief in the first movie, and the cops are looking for him, and so he's like the most wanted person in the entire world at that point in the first movie. And basically him and his friends, like literally throughout the entire 9 movies, they are running away from the cops and getting more and more wanted, to the point where if somebody like kills them, the police will be happy. But like I said, the movies are all action. I love action so much, but also so funny. Like the cast is amazing. We got Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, rest in peace. He actually died a few years ago, and I'm so sad. He is up to like the 7th movie and then he dies after that. But we got Paul Walker, Vin Diesel, and we have also a bunch of other actors that I absolutely love. Like the cast is amazing and they're just so funny, and also literally, like I said, throughout the entire movies they are running away from the cops, so it just gets more and more interesting and more funny, and just I love it. So definitely recommend this movie if you want to laugh. Also, these movies have a bunch of really good looking cars, so if you love cars, definitely watch these. Number 9 is Revolutionary Road. So this movie, I just want to point out that it is either like a movie that you absolutely love or hate. So this is one of those movies where you can't be like in the middle, like, oh yeah, I like it, but I don't. This is a movie like either you love it or you hate it. But basically, this movie is with, oh my god, the best 2 actors ever, Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. I'm sorry, but like if you put Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet together, it's a bomb movie. Alright, so the reason why I say it's either you love it or hate it is because this movie is a very realistic movie. So basically, Kate and Leo are a married couple in like the early like 1970s, maybe even 60s. I don't even know, I forgot. And they are a married couple, and the movie takes you throughout their entire relationship, and their relationship is so like torn apart and toxic, and it's like your classic like 1960s couple where like the man is the man of the house and the woman has to cook all day and take care of the children. And literally the movie takes you throughout their entire relationship from their ups and downs. And honestly, this movie had my jaw drop because of the freaking ending. Like, I did not expect that kind of ending. I was like, wow. So if you like realistic and romances, like toxic romances, this is the movie for you. If you're not into that stuff, if you like fantasy and stuff, which I do as well, but if you're interested into realistic movies like this, where it's very raw and real, this is definitely a movie for you. Plus, if you love Leo and Kate and you ship them as much as I do and they need to get together, then definitely you will love this movie. There's actually a book on this movie. This movie is based on a book, so if you want, you can buy the book as well and read it. I haven't read the book, but I really want to. And yeah, it's definitely a very like raw movie, but I definitely suggest it. Like, it's bomb.com. But like I said, if you're not into that stuff, then skip this one. Ooh, number 8. Oh my god, this movie is just wow. I have no words. But basically, number 8 is Changeling, and this movie is like right now one of my favorites right now. I'm so obsessed with this movie, but also like I'm just speechless. So this movie is very intense, and the reason why I'm saying this is because it is a true story. So if you are a person that are interested into true stories like me, I like movies that are based on true events, just so I can learn and educate myself and learn and to get better than our past. And yeah, so if you're into true events where you know this actually happened and based on a true event, this is definitely a movie for you. But basically this movie is super sad, and it's also really pretty scary, honestly, the fact that it's a true story. So the main actress in this movie is actually Angelina Jolie. Like, I love her so much. What a queen. We love her. She's actually one of my favorite actresses ever. So if you love her, definitely watch this movie. And the movie was directed by Clint Eastwood. Like, Clint Eastwood directed this movie. If Clint Eastwood and Angelina Jolie partner, you know it's a bomb.com. So I actually forgot her real character's like name, but basically I'm just gonna call her Angelina Jolie. But Angelina Jolie is a single mom, and she has a only child, and his name is, I think, Simon. I forgot, but I think it's Simon. And he's like maybe 5 or up to 7. I wouldn't say up more than 7. And basically, she goes to work one day, and he's at the home by himself and whatever. That was normal back then. Like, he's alone in his house. And she goes to work. And a few hours later, she comes home and the kid is gone. Like, he disappears. He is gone. And he goes missing for like a week to 2 weeks to a month to months. And the kid is missing. And once you find out what happened to this kid, will literally scare you and blow your mind. So if you're into like scary true events and like messed up things, and this movie actually takes place, I think 1970 or 80, because this actually happened, and it's so scary and just wow, so sad. So this actually happened earlier, a few decades ago, and if you're into that kind of stuff, you're definitely gonna like this movie. My mind was blown, and I actually researched on the actual true thing that happened, and it just blown my mind. So if you're into that kind of stuff, make sure you watch this movie. Number 7 is another like collection of movies in like a saga or series, but this is the Oceans series. So there is 3 movies: Oceans 11, Oceans 12, and Oceans 13. There's even a movie called Oceans 8, like the girl version, with like Sandra Bullock, but I don't really like that movie, so I'm not gonna include it. But basically, let me just explain. These movies are literally amazing. So basically, it's about, first of all, the cast is freaking amazing. Like, I never thought a cast like this could ever possibly exist, but we got George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Julia Roberts, Matt Damon, and a few other amazing actors that I just forgot their names because I'm not very familiar with them, but I absolutely love them. But the cast is freaking amazing. Like, who would think such an amazing cast would be allowed? And basically, This movie is about George Clooney. His name is Danny Ocean. He is a guy that spent like 9 months in prison for something that he did. I forgot what. But he ends up in prison at the beginning of the movie. And when he gets out, his plan is to rob 3 casinos. So, George Clooney and his friends, Brad Pitt, Julia Roberts, all of those, they're like a group of 11 people, and they are all like mastermind thieves, like great, amazing, like so smart thieves. And they plan on robbing 3 casinos in the first movie, and in the second they do something else, and in the third. So basically throughout the entire movies, they're robbing like high paid like companies, and they do it so smartly. So basically the movies are super like action and like funny and comedy, and there's some romance too. It's just so funny, and just like their work is just like wow, it's just wow. So they end up robbing 3 casinos in the first movie, and they end up robbing more things throughout the others, and it's just really cool and funny. And so yeah, if you like action and comedy, this is definitely the movie for you, or movies. Alright, so number 6 is Inglorious, and then I'm not going to say the second word because we are a family-friendly channel, but this is the movie. I don't know if you guys can see because my ring light, but basically this movie includes one of my favorite actors, Brad Pitt. I've already mentioned him earlier in this video, but basically this movie includes Brad Pitt, and it's based on World War II, so decades ago, and it's not a real story, definitely not realistic, but it's based on like fiction. Basically, people might take this very offensively, but basically when you watch the movie you'll understand, but they transform the evil realistic part of World War II into a comedy. Yeah. Basically they transform World War II and the evil, terrifying, realistic part of it into a comedy in this movie, so it'll definitely make you laugh, and it's very funny. I just don't want to explain it because it sounds so offensive, but definitely when you watch this movie you will understand what I'm saying. But I definitely very enjoyed this movie. It was super funny, and I love the director, Quentin Tarantino, amazing guy. So definitely watch this movie if you love Brad Pitt and you love to laugh and you love history. Number 5 is honestly like really a really great movie, and I honestly really liked it more than a lot of people do. But number 5 is He's Not Really That Into You, or is it He's Just Not That Into You? He's Just Not That Into I don't know. It's a long title. This movie again has an amazing cast. Like, who would think there would be such an amazing cast? But we have Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Aniston, Drew Barrymore, and there's a few other that I forgot to mention, but amazing cast, like amazing cast. But basically, as you can tell from the title, it takes place of like a bunch of women, and they all have like their boy problems and everything. And what I like about this movie is they take you to various different stories. So like the movie will jump from story to story from different women. So like it'll take you to Jennifer Aniston's story, to Drew Barrymore's, and whatever. So the movie takes place in a bunch of different stories of these women and their boy problems, and it's just so funny. And it's also super cute because in the ending you get to find out how each woman's like fairy tale ends and whatever. And I love it mostly because of the amazing actresses, but also it's a very entertaining, funny, and very cute movie. So if you like cute romances and comedies and you love these actresses, because why wouldn't you, then definitely watch this movie. Number 4 is such a funny movie, and it's just the all-in-one package. Number 4 is Bounty Hunter. So again, we have 2 amazing actors, and one of them is Jennifer Aniston. Again, I've mentioned her earlier in this video, and Jared Butler. I love Jared Butler. He's amazing as well. And basically this movie has an amazing plot. Like honestly, I've never watched a movie with like a really cool plot like this. It's very unique and different, but very interesting. So basically, Jennifer Aniston and Jared Butler, I forgot their actual names like in the movie, but I'm just gonna call them by their real names. They are a married couple in the movie, and then they get divorced, okay? So they're divorced now. Like a few years go by and whatever, and Jennifer Aniston did something like, it's like a stupid like crime. It's like she got like a speeding ticket and didn't pay it or something, or like she bailed in court, and Jared Butler, her ex-husband, is a bounty hunter. If you don't know what that is, you're basically not even a cop, but you basically hunt down criminals and throw them into jail. So basically, Jennifer Aniston is considered a criminal because she bailed on court. So his job, Jared Butler's job, is to capture his ex-wife and put her into jail. So how crazy and funny does that plot twist sound? But basically, throughout the entire movie, the ex-husband tries to capture his ex-wife and put her into jail, and he would get like $5,000 or something. But it's so funny because throughout the entire movie, they're just chasing each other. Like, he's chasing her and she's running away. And at the end, they like fall in love and it's all super cute. But throughout the entire movie, it's just so funny, like so funny. So if you want to laugh and you love these two actors, I just totally suggest this movie. I just love it so much. All right, y'all, we've entered into my top 3. So these next 3 movies are like my top 3 favorites. So listen closely, ladies and gents. Alright, so number 3 is By the Sea. So let me backtrack a little bit, but this movie is very similar to the movie that I mentioned earlier, Revolutionary Road. And why I say this is because it has a very same like genre and same like plot. Like I said, this movie is a very realistic and very raw movie, and the 2 actors that play in it is Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. Like you saw earlier in this video, I love these 2 actors, so you should probably know by now that these 2 are amazing. 50s, or they're an older couple, and they go to France temporarily because Brad Pitt, the husband, is a writer, so he's writing his new novel based on France. So they went there so he can get like a real like visual of his book. And basically the couple has like really huge problems in their marriage. Like, it's the classic like 1970 marriage, and they have a lot of problems, very similar to Revolutionary Road, and it just takes you throughout their entire relationship. So if you watch Revolutionary Road and you liked it, you're definitely gonna love By the Sea. Again, 2 amazing actors, and I really did love this movie because it was so realistic. It was very like personal and very raw. So again, if you're into that kind of stuff, you should definitely watch this movie because it's in my top 3. Like, I literally love it. I've watched it twice and I've loved it. So my second favorite movie on this list is Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And in this movie, we have, again, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. This movie includes both of them again, and this movie was actually made like 10 years before By the Sea. So By the Sea was like published 2015, and then this one was 2005. So actually, fun fact, this movie is where they fell in love in real life and started dating. It was very, very cute. But this movie I love so much because it's so funny, so cute, and so much action. So this is a very nice, lighthearted comedy that will get you laughing throughout the entire movie. It's so funny, and I love the romance. But basically, again, in this movie, they are a married couple, but it's like they're like a younger couple. They're like in their 30s, so it's not like over there when they were like 50. This is like when they're in like their mid-30s, and they're like your normal married couple, and they're very rich and everything, and what they don't know is that both of them are assassins. So basically, they are both assassins in secret. So Brad Pitt doesn't know that Angelina Jolie is an assassin, and Angelina Jolie doesn't know that Brad Pitt is an assassin. And they are like both like high paid ones. Like, she has her own company and so does he. Like, they are like really paid assassins. And I know this sounds really crazy when I explain to you, but again, this is another movie that I love the plot because it's so unique and different. But when they finally figure out that both of them are enemies in the workload, like Angelina Jolie's job is to kill him and his job is to kill her. And when they find out that both of them are enemies, like, they end up trying to kill each other through the entire movie, and it's so funny. Like, they end up trying to kill each other throughout the entire movie, and then near the end they fall in love back again, and they don't kill each other and instead work together as illegal assassins. But it's super funny, so cute, and I just love these actors so much. And definitely, if you're looking for a lighthearted movie, this is definitely for you. I've loved this movie for years and I will never stop watching it. Alright, so the one you guys were all waiting for, number 1, my favorite movie of all time, is Titanic. So, do I need to explain myself for this movie? Because this is something that you all need to watch. Like, this is a classic, so always classics. Like, classic movies are movies that you need to watch whether you want to or not. So this movie includes Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, the 2 actors that I mentioned earlier into this video that star in Revolutionary Road, so based on a true story. If you didn't know, Titanic was the biggest, grandest boat in the year 1912, and when it was finally made in England actually, because I have a map over here I can show you because I can be now a geography teacher. Sad thing is that the boat actually drowned in the middle of the North Atlantic, and it is still there to this day. This movie is a true story movie based on that event, and they made a little twist on it, and they put in as if Kate Winslet and Leo, Rose, DeWitt Decatur, and Jack Dawson fall in love on the boat, and it's a beautiful love story taking place on the grandest ship of the world and the ship of dreams. And it was, but yeah, this is my all-time favorite movie. Nothing will change my mind. I love movies, and this one is just my favorite. Well, that, you guys, are my top 10 favorite movies in the entire world. Like I said, I love each and every one of these movies so much, and I would love if you watched all of them. But if you really found something you thought was really interesting and interested you, like I said, I have all the trailers down below for each movie, so just click on one of the links and kind of just see what you're getting yourself into. But yeah, I have so many more favorite movies. Like this is just a sliver. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please watch some of these movies because they are amazing, and I will see you guys in my next one. Stay safe. Bye.